people come in, and if not, then the idea is that when we go live, this will curate like to our channel as well, so people can watch it later. And why not go live when we do our Saturday chats?
Which we already did for this week because we don't want to change things up on you guys without giving you forewarning. So we're just trying this out, maybe see how you enjoy it, but perhaps we can all have a chat together about the Sunday shout out. So it would most likely be in the evenings on a Sunday, correct?
I think we talked about Sundays, but we also are open to see kind of what works, because I think with YouTube, they have this terrible algorithm where sometimes they don't want to push more than one thing, and I
That's
don't know
right.
if it functions the same way with live chats or not. But we did catch a lot of flack for moving. I will say, for moving our chats, because they originally came out on Sunday afternoon,
Yeah.
and there's lots of people that just hold back and wait to listen to it anyways,
I mean, I
because
get it. Yeah.
it like. I mean, how do you chat about a song that you haven't heard yet? So,
Yeah.
so,
Yeah, it's difficult.
so
Well, we like to give you a little bit of a preview. So we're finding our balance and
yeah.
everything, and this is part of
So I think
that.
it makes natural sense to move it back to it. And that'll be one of the changes for this year, is that we'll move the chat to back until after the shout out, I think.
Yeah.
And then that way, people have a chance to hear it. And I don't know, we'll start off maybe on Sunday night. Then if we have shows or we're traveling, we probably just won't do a chat, but maybe we'll do some other live things while we're on the road. One of our goals this year, since it's New Year's, we've all had those revolutions.
No, that's nice. Yeah.
New Year's revolution.
Revolutions.
We're gonna have a New Year revolution.
Resolutions.
we so we're gonna try to go live more, because I think that one, we are much more who we are in the moment than pre-recorded. And I mean,
Indeed.
our band is much more of a jam band and spontaneous. So we're gonna try to be more spontaneous this year,
Well, we
be more
also
true
thought the
to.
chat is really like how we had it set to begin with. It was really before live things had a life of their own. So it was in the beginning when YouTube was still like baby YouTube and we were still baby YouTubers. So live wasn't really an option then. So since it's become a thing, we've kind of lagged behind to see, because you need sort of dedicated gear to do live properly, and we've sort of made it work. So
Yeah,
if it works, we will continue to get gear to make it work better for us
I
on
think
our
we're
end, to make it a little more cohesive.
eh,
But the
right.
whole idea though is that the chat is to involve you guys that
Involve
are at
us.
home, and really it was us having a chat and you guys sort of chiming in afterward, and then Dave and I chatting about what you were chiming in about on our own off camera. So we really want to engage with you more authentically,
Yeah,
I guess.
and I think um, fortune favors the bold. So,
Is this bold? Are we
shout
being
shout
bold?
out to Fred Zoller from PA. Hi to PA.
Yeah.
We've talked about going back to PA this year. Kennett
Can it flash?
Flash in
Yeah,
Kennett Square, PA, mushroom capital of the world.
indeed.
They had reached out to us last year, and we just couldn't work out a date. I don't know if you're near Fred, if you're near Kennett Square, but if you don't follow us on our website, or Bands in Town, or what's the other one?
Bandcamp?
Our email, Bands in
Bands in
Town,
Town is the one I'm thinking
and
of,
or
yeah.
our email, then you may want to do that, because maybe we
Yeah,
could come see you in person. And we're thinking
yeah,
about, last time we were up there, we had the band, but we're thinking about maybe
we did.
coming out there with the duo.
Well, we've done a lot with the duo over this last year, and we've really been enjoying our time together. We have just entered our 25-year anniversary year. So we've been married 25 years.
That's,
We're
yeah, for
working
the
on
two of us.
26 now.
Band has not been around nearly that
No,
long,
no,
though.
no, no. But what I'm getting to is that the duo work, it really, like, Dave and I have been able to spend like a lot of really beautiful, concentrated time together and just make some gorgeous memories at this stage of our marriage and this stage of our music. And I've just really been enjoying. I
It's been a
think
great year.
we've done over a
Looking
hundred
back,
shows
because we
as the
said,
duo.
one thing would be looking back, and as we mentioned earlier, Jack and Tina had that private
Yes.
party. It motivated us to get some shows out that
Yeah.
way. We did New
Kind of
Mexico.
broaden our circle.
So for the first time ever, we, as a band or playing music, we were in New Mexico, Oklahoma, Missouri, and Arizona, and then New Mexico again, because we hit like three
Yeah.
places in New Mexico. So
Yeah.
what's that? Four new states.
I can't keep track.
five,
Yeah, it was
four,
a lot.
four new states, and then also, did we do Texas? I don't remember.
We went through Texas, but I don't think that
Well, we'd already done
we
Texas
had played
before.
Texas
Yeah, we'd
before.
done
Yeah, we
Texas
played in
before.
Rowlett. But I wouldn't mind. I mean, I wouldn't mind playing Texas
Oh,
again. I guess.
I mean,
I
like
guess.
howdy partner. Somebody said howdy partner. Howdy
Howdy.
partner. Our next band show. We got a band show coming up.
February 28th.
February 28th.
Mean Mills in Cookeville.
Mean Mills in Cookeville. It's a really cool
Tennessee.
venue. If you
Super
guys
cool.
are in Middle Tennessee or
Yeah.
Eastern Tennessee, it's not too far of a drive. We had some folks drive out from Maryville, which is just outside of Knoxville last time we were there, and Cookeville is probably about an hour and a half from there. Probably about an hour and a half from Nashville. And it's a really cool room. We're actually looking at going back there on February 28th.
That's the band.
And the lineup, yeah, that'll be the band. And the lineup hasn't really been determined yet as far as who will be playing with us. But we're hoping to get.
We will announce.
Yeah, hoping to announce that soon. Maybe live. Who knows? You know. So that's going to be a lot of fun. And then. Jack said he really liked the duo, so that's nice. We liked being with the duo out there.
Yeah.
You know, I think this year the duo grew so much, right? Like last year we had the duo and we did like about 100 shows, but a lot of those 100 shows, we did over 100 shows the last 2 years each. The first year though was really the first year the kicking off for the duo, and a lot of that had to do with the Sunday shout out.
Yeah.
You know, was a big part of it because we'd done so much work together as a duo in that format. But then also, we had a residency.
We did.
That started off at the Bull and Thistle, you know, and we were there every Sunday when we weren't on tour, which was a lot of Sundays because we'd make it home even from Eastern Tennessee. Sometimes we'd be out like Friday night, but drive back to do the show.
Sometimes we were very tired on our Sunday show.
So we did the Sunday show there, and we did that for like over a year, almost 2 years. But then they closed.
They did.
So that opened up some things,
and not because the business was bad either. Their business was beautiful.
Yeah.
And like Jack and Tina actually got to go see it. Mark's been out to see it. The owners were just ready for the next chapter in their story, so we're still in touch with them, and they're beautiful human beings, and I'm so excited to see what they're up to next. So, I missed the Bull and Thistle though. It was such a lovely place, and their food was divine.
The food was so good, and we all know that you're all about the food.
I
book gigs based on the food.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
100%.
Unashamedly admit it. If they don't have food, I'm like, but where's their food truck?
Right. So I was getting to that. We had that show, and then we had a second residency.
Yes.
At BB's Bistro in Gordonsville, which was only about 20 minutes from our house. And both of the owners had a very similar outlook with us, you know, and they said, anytime you guys have a show out of town, you know, either like just go on, you know, we'll find a replacement, or maybe we'll let you replace us. But, you know, a lot of times they would just not let us replace us, and they would just have a weekend off. But that went on. That one's still going
ongoing.
On. That one's still ongoing. But for a while there, we had both of them. You know, so the first year when we did the 100 shows as a duo, that had a lot of those two shows.
Yes. And then Bull and Thistle went away, and then we replaced those with a lot of touring.
Yeah, so that's what I was getting at. Is that last year was much more. It'll show an ad like every once in a while, so you got to wait for it to go away.
I'm learning. I am not technologically advanced.
So excuse me. What happened? So the Bull and Thistle went away, and we ended up touring a lot more last year. So that brought us out to the Southwest. We did that. We liked it so much that we went back again. You know.
We took your mom.
We took my mom,
which was fantastic.
It was the first time we got
trip.
First time we got to go to the Grand Canyon, and the second time in the same year.
The first time that we have been on a vacation with your mom, and just your mom in your adult life.
Yeah,
I think it was really.
It was a lot of fun.
Really quite.
It was a lot of fun.
It was restorative. I think it was good for everybody.
It was really a good trip. There was a lot of healing vibes for everybody.
Yeah.
Speaking of healing vibes, though, 2025 came to a crashing halt because we've both been battling sickness since pretty much December. when did you come down with
From my birthday on. From my birthday is December 5th, so pretty much like right at my birthday. Trucked right on through your birthday, trucked right on through Christmas and into the new year. I'm still dealing with a cough. So
Yeah, and then I got it like about a week after you had it.
yep. We
And
thought you were gonna miss. I thought you were gonna skirt
somehow
it.
we didn't miss any tour dates though.
We did not.
We we had some tour dates in Georgia,
We
which
did.
went really well.
We did.
We opened a couple new rooms that
A
we
lot
had
of
not
really
been
fun
to.
places. Yeah.
Some listening rooms that
Yeah.
were really beautiful. Shout out to the Wood Shop in Chattanooga, Tennessee.
Wood
Wow.
Shop, Chattanooga, Tennessee, all the way. They are such cool folks out there. They have a very vibey room. Really cool if you're in the Chattanooga area. You must make reservations ahead of time because they sell out the room on the regular for sure. They do again with the food. They have this decadent chocolate cake that is about a foot high and it's amazing. So when I ordered my meal from them, they said, "What would you like for your side?" And I said, "Cake." So yeah, cake was phenomenal. And then Canopy and Roots in Dahlonega, Georgia. What another cool vibey space. Like
Yeah, Canopy Roots. We hope to go back there soon. Hopefully by the end
really
of
cool.
winter.
So their aesthetic is they have a coffee shop that's upstairs with all these beautiful tree limbs and leaves and things sort of dangling from the walls. And then if you go downstairs to the listening room, yes, folks, I said listening room, they have all the roots and stalactites like hanging from the stage
It's like
area.
you're going underground into
It's
a
a
cave.
speakeasy. It's really
It's
just
really
beautiful.
cool. It's an
And
underground speakeasy cave.
the sound is good. The owner is phenomenal and really just looking to create a really neat space in her community for artists to come and put their art on display. So if you're in Dahlonega, Georgia, highly recommend that. And then we were in Duluth, Georgia.
Duluth, Georgia was
the
the
name
Spring
of this
Water.
Spring Water.
No, not Spring Water.
Not Spring. Sweetwater.
Sweetwater.
Sweetwater. It was the bar and grill
Sweetwater
one
Bar
because
and
there's two of them in Georgia. It was Sweetwater Bar and Grill, and
Man, they had a nice stage.
yeah, and it was a pretty nice sound system. It had like throwback vibes, like from the '80s, but in the good way. And it was Christine, right? Is that
Christine?
Christine?
I think,
Richard hooked us up with her, and they had been longtime friends. Richard, if you guys don't know, he does some booking for us.
Work with us long term. He may be in the chat tonight.
Yeah, he might be in chat. I don't know. He comes in as Wolfgang Ricky usually. I don't know what his handle is on YouTube, but I know that is his handle on YouTube, Wolfgang Ricky. Yeah. So shout out to Richard.
Tina,
but he's hooked us up with some really cool places, and this one did not disappoint. So
Tina wants to know if you enjoyed Sedona. Or well, if we enjoyed Sedona. But I'm going to let you answer that one.
Yes, so much. Oh my goodness, you were so right about it. And I'm glad.
Well, where did we play in Sedona, first of all?
We played at
Red Wall
Distillery.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And so where the distillery was situated, they were doing some road work, so it was interesting to get into the parking there. But where it's situated, they have this beautiful kind of courtyard setting, and they've got bits that are covered, but then they have all these fire pits there. And you can watch the sunset over the big red wall that's there. It was just, what a great place to just play some music to folks that are just vibing with nature. It was so fun.
It was funny. You could tell the people that had been there for the first time because it was just like their mouths were agape, and they wouldn't stop. And they wouldn't stop staring at the scenery. You know, they were just like, and like we were playing music like sideways, and a lot of them were sitting there, and they'd watch us for a little while, then they would just turn and look at the mountains.
Well, the sun was setting.
It was that
this
sunset.
Big, beautiful.
It was beautiful.
You know, the big
red
rocks.
Yeah.
And the hues of the light just kept changing, and you could just stare at it, and it was like a new space every time you looked at it. So over the course of maybe 2 or 3 songs, the sun had set, and it was just gorgeous. And the next day, and I will say this, I'm glad that we took our time and went this time instead of the time before, because I wouldn't have had enough time to really take it in like I wanted to. And because we had his mom with us, we landed in a place, but we scheduled time to be still, I guess is what I'm trying to say. We scheduled time off.
Right.
So we had scheduled time off in Sedona so that she could experience it along with us. And we went hiking around the Bell Rock, and then we went hiking to see the Devil's Kitchen, but we had to go the long way because I took the wrong way.
I don't know if you took the wrong way or if I gave you the wrong direction.
I don't know. It doesn't matter. We took the long way without enough water, and poor Dave's mom thought we were trying to kill her. We were not. But we went and had a fantastic dinner after because once again I'm all about the food, and just had an amazing time in Sedona. So yeah, it was super duper memorable.
So yeah, tell me. So that kind of brings us up to date with like the duo history, right? I mean, as far as all the things that we have done the past 2 years, how we got to the duo. This is weird. Let me get back to this. Okay, so um, that's kind of where we're at right now. And the shout out though has been going on for what, about
12
10 years?
years?
Yeah, 10 or 12
12.
years. Like
12.
in it's had its ups and downs. It's had some really great successes. We were featured several times by the Grateful Dead on their
Indeed.
websites.
Yep. Yep.
We have had responses from some of the original artists of the
Which
songs,
is
which are really
exciting.
cool. We did a Spin Doctor song, and I think it was Chris Barron, who was the lead singer of the Spin Doctor, was like, "Wow, it's a really cool version," you know.
That's amazing.
And
Yeah.
we've interacted with even the likes of David Crosby, who's since passed. But yeah, it's had its ups and downs, and then it's had some of the greatest ones, and a lot of it has to do with the algorithm and who tunes in
It
that week
does.
and the
Yeah.
time of the week,
Yeah.
and a lot of that we're gonna have some finding out to do with our
Live.
our live as
Yeah.
well, because like with the YouTube, like the shout outs, we've had some. I think we have some that are in the 50, 60,000 range,
Mhm.
and we have some that are in the 400 or 500 range.
Yes.
So it's definitely been a gambit, and of course, like we've searched it out. We've tried songs, and we've done unpopular songs just because people requested them or because we like them ourselves. And we've done hits. Now today we started off the year with a hit. We started off with "Yesterday" by the Beatles.
Which I thought truly for me is a poetic sentiment to say goodbye to the old year. Really, because
I don't know.
I mean we
I thought it was kind of clever after we arrived at it. I don't know how we arrived at it. Like,
I don't either. It just kind of popped. It popped into
sometimes
one
they
of
do
our
that.
heads, and we were like,
Sometimes
"This
the
is the
songs
one."
just show up.
Yeah, yeah. More often, more often than I care to admit, we're like, I've been hearing this song in my head. I don't know why it got there. I can't read that from here. You're gonna have to read to me.
There's a lot. I'm filling you in as we go. So, Jack said that people believe there's mystic healing in Sedona.
Yes.
I would say
Yeah.
that that's true.
So we went searching for the vortices that
A
were
vortex. Yeah, we
the
wanted to
vor-
find a vortex. And we
yeah.
got to one, but we were kind
We
of
did.
like,
It was
what?
at Bell Rock, and like you could tell where people were feeling something different. But for me, with my brain wiring the way that it is, I just felt a little overstimulated. Like there were too many people around. The air was too dry. Like everything was so much. I felt like it was just sort of an overstimulation for me, and we had other hikes that we were going to. So I was like, okay, well, we did that, I guess. I didn't necessarily like. I felt kind of a it was more of a human energy. Like people had infused their belief into that space.
The vibes were
More
good, though.
the vibes
The
were
vibe check was amazing.
fantastic. Yeah.
The vibe check was
I
amazing.
didn't feel
Great place
like
to play music.
anything was I guess maybe my idea of a vortex is like a spinning kind of whirlpool thing where it's either spitting stuff out or sucking stuff in. And I didn't feel that kind of pull on my energy, just more of like a peaceful space with a lot of people in it. That was my synopsis of
We
it.
have Clifford Earl saying hi from Lancaster, PA. Got to see
Hey!
you live at 2 gigs near your home in 2025.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember seeing you at both the Bull and
He
Thistle
came
before
out
they
to Bull and
closed,
Thistle, yep. Yeah, I'm so glad you got
and
to be there.
BB's. But I guess it would have had to been the end of 2024, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because
yeah, they closed.
They closed in December.
December 22nd.
December 22nd of 2024.
Mm-hmm.
So I think was it the end of 2024 we saw you? I don't know. But either way, it was great to see you. And I know that we had originally seen Clifford at the show we were talking about earlier,
Kennett Flash.
Kennett Flash, which we were mentioning earlier.
Yeah.
About hopefully going up there to do a duo show at some point.
So, Clifford, do you and Fred know each other? Like, we got two PA
I don't know
folks
if Fred's
in here.
Still here, and I don't remember where he was from. I don't know if
he said PA. Did he say where in PA?
No, he just said hi from PA.
Okay.
So, no, I see that. Yeah, well, hopefully we'll get to catch Clifford again this year and
Yeah,
some of these other folks in
yeah,
the
we're gonna
chat.
be
So
around.
plans for 2026.
I'm learning like you are. Go ahead, lay it on me. What's the
So,
plan?
well, we've discussed. They're not all going to be a surprise to
I
you.
don't remember. I
Some of
things
the tech
go.
improvements, some of the tech improvement, is kind of so. Like we said, we've already talked about like trying to really up our game in the live department. So this is part of
We
this.
got new
The
hats.
chats because we can. The new hats. Right now, I want to cover my eyes. They're for napping on the trail.
Oh, okay,
So,
cool, cool.
so we travel so much that we had to make adjustments so we can sleep in the bus stops and
Ah,
the park benches.
ah,
So 2026 more DO shows, a
yes.
lot more. We are working on a run to Yellowstone and
Let's
also
go.
the Black Hills of
Let's
North
go.
Dakota.
Yeah.
So that's one thing. We are talking about going back to Kennett Flash. We are talking about going to New Hampshire and Maine. We're actively working on these things. We're going to be returning to Georgia. We don't have a date yet. Like we did mention that we're working on Cookville.
Yes.
Well, we are working in Cookville on the 28th of February. We'll be there with our full band.
Yes.
We would like to do more band shows in 2026, but it's going to be tough because it's
Prohibitive.
financially tough.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, and we know it's not just for us. It's venues have to make it make sense. So like we're not throwing any shade on anybody. Like we get it. We get it. But in order to bring a full band, we need a certain number to be reached monetarily so that we can take people away from their homes, from their jobs that pay them a steady paycheck. We're not asking anybody to take any
Yeah.
food out of their mouth or the mouths of
We'll
their
take the food out of
children.
our mouths, our own mouths enough. That's why we have to have the venues feed us.
Yeah. You know what? Those venues do a good job of feeding us,
Man,
though. So
I'm telling you, I think
yeah.
we just tour based on where the best food is. So last year, we also got to go, recapping, and hopefully, I don't know if we'll go again. Well, 2024, we went to Memphis. Last year, we did not play Memphis,
Right.
but we did play New Orleans again.
We did.
You know,
Yeah.
looking
Yeah.
back, but also, I guess we were talking about the improvements that we're trying to make. So, one of the things is, and you guys will have to let us know in the chat. We've been trying new things on the Sunday shout out, and we're wondering a couple things. Like one, we're trying to keep it really live and authentic, and just like a simple one take, like today, a song, one take. And then we're trying to do some more things with the camera to make it a little more interesting
Right.
for the regular Sunday shoutouts. But we'd like to know what you guys think about a more a studio. I don't want to say
Like a
studio
polished.
magic, but a more polished. It
Yeah.
would still keep the authenticity of like Sunday shout out, like a one take type of deal. But do you guys want to hear some overdubs? Do you guys want to hear like a crisper studio sound?
Well, I
Or do
know.
you think that like, we need to keep it the way that it is? What is people liking out there? Because I
Yeah.
know that
Yeah. What do
a
you
lot of
want?
stuff I look at, and we're never gonna go to like where some of these channels are at, where it's like, you know,
Everything's on a
everything
grid and auto
everything's
tuned.
grid,
That's not
auto
us.
tuned.
Yeah.
It's dozens of take in the studio for each instrument, and then they're syncing it to a video
No.
in their kitchen to make
Yeah.
it look live, and it's
Yeah.
really not.
Well, so like the reality of what we're doing, just to let you guys in on some of the behind the scenes stuff, is we are at the point in our shout out career, if I may, of we have to learn a new song every week. Even the retro ones, some of them, it's been so long since we played them that we have to relearn them. So most of the time, it's a song that we've just learned. So in order for me to ask Dave to play a song that he's just learned and also do harmonies with it, like that's just a step too far for us trying to get. Like we can capture it sometimes, but it's a lot of pressure.
Sometimes with our schedule, it's literally like pick a Sunday
The
shout
day
out
of,
the day
yeah.
of, or something that somebody else picked the day of, and then
Learn
we're
it.
learning it that day,
Record it.
practicing it maybe 2 or 3 times at most. Sometimes
We
not
learn
even all
it
the way
separate
through.
from each other and then come together to go over it.
But a lot of times, the Sunday shout out happens from start to finish within a couple hours.
It does, but then again, behind the scenes a little bit, Dave spends a lot of time doing the mixing, doing the technology side of
Well, I
things.
do have to
because
mix
he's got
some.
to. It's not even just the mixing. It is like I say mixing because I don't understand.
Well, a lot of
what
it
he's
is the
doing.
synchronization because
That.
like we're recording from a
That.
video camera, we're recording audio,
Yes.
we're recording actually video from multiple cameras.
Yes.
So then we have like limited software because of budgets,
Yep.
and we're bringing in sometimes like this week we brought in like 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 or 7 camera
Angles.
angles,
Yeah.
where in the past we've just done two. So I
Just the
would
two.
like to know if you guys
Did you notice?
did you notice today the camera angles, what you thought of them. What we've found is that watching the two camera angles, while it gives some movement for me personally,
Mhm.
with the two camera angles, I think it's better than one camera angle. But
Yes.
the problem that we had with the two static camera angles was that they're not really different enough,
Yeah.
and then you can
Yeah.
only do so much in post production to make it look like there's movement and things,
You missed some really cool things.
and you
Let's
miss a
face
lot. You
it.
miss
Yeah.
some cool things, and like my sparkly shoes, and
Who would know the sparkly shoes, which he's wearing again today?
and yeah, yeah, you just miss some things, and
Yeah.
it's not as interesting as it could be.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that some extra camera angles will do a little extra justice, and kind of maybe make it a little more exciting for
So you
the people that have
retrap.
been around a while.
Let me loop back around.
Mhm.
So he spends a lot of time, like again behind the scenes, he spends a lot of time doing the technological side of things, getting the video and the sound synced up for you guys, where it's not driving you up a wall, and also putting on the words, making sure the right words are attached to the video file to upload to YouTube, and doing the same thing for the chat. So it takes quite a bit of time. So, like, our time is limited because of all that we have to smash into. Like, on shout out day, that's our day. That's what we're doing. And I can go do other things while he's doing the computer work. But I mean, it's pretty much our day, from learning to
Yeah.
being done with it and having a finished thing for you guys.
It can be a full day. If we already know the
So-
song, or if it's a redo, then sometimes it can be considerably shorter.
All that to say, if you wanted a polished version, for instance, if we were to put out there, hey, here's the top 5 viewed from last year of our Sunday shoutouts. Of these 5, what's one that you wouldn't want to hear a more polished version of? And then,
And by polish, what we mean is like probably we would still keep an acoustic version of it.
yes.
However, we might do things like bring in an acoustic percussionist.
Yep.
I could possibly lay some bass. It'd be more of like what you would hear on a radio song or on a CD, I think, And then at that point, it would probably be available on Spotify at some point,
Exactly.
Speaking of
Yeah.
Spotify, and like I know that we're trying to move forward and we keep going to the past, but the past
That's part of it,
the
yeah.
past informs the
It
future.
does.
I would really like people to still be streaming, or if they haven't streamed it yet, check out Let Your Love Flow on
Yeah.
Spotify.
Yeah, that's something
Which
we
kind of
did.
got lost in the holidays with our sick and everything else. We didn't post about it as much as we probably should have.
Yeah, we really wanted to do more short form content, where we were doing like little short videos like we did with Hello October, because that went so well. And I mean, it just got lost in the flow of life. It just got lost.
It did. It got up there, and I was following it in the beginning, and it was like doing pretty well, and then I forgot about that it existed.
I mean,
It's also on YouTube if you want to hear it.
Yeah.
It's a version. It's an interesting song, and it's a kind of a blending of the old and new for us,
Mhm.
because it does have our founding bass player on it,
Mhm.
who passed away in 2020 for
Yeah.
COVID, and we had.
Well, we don't know it's from
yeah,
COVID, but it was during COVID.
Yeah,
It was the
so
beginning of
that's
COVID.
what I.
So.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I just meant during COVID
Yeah.
or whatever.
I know.
But he's on there, but then also our current drummer, Ika Pichello, who's an amazing drummer.
Yes.
He was on there, and he just really
Yes.
tore up the track. So it was kind of like a blending
It
of
was
the past and the future, because
Yeah.
we had an old member and a new member. We also have. We're excited. We're working on recordings now too. That's one thing we should talk about. 2026. We have written the most of what could be considered an album. We have we have 4 songs from it that we've been playing at our shows.
Yeah.
That are 2 of them are partially recorded, and we're looking at releasing
with the full
them.
band. Yeah.
Yeah, we're looking at releasing them over the year as well, because that's what original bands do.
I'm also like pushing pretty hard here to do an acoustic album, because we've been doing the Sunday shout out, and because we tour so extensively as the duo. That's what a lot of people are introduced to when they're introduced to our music. So I'd like to give folks, because a lot of folks don't even have CD players anymore, but they want something to take home from the show to remember the show. And that's usually a CD because it's cost effective. Holding it has got artwork on it. It's something to help support the artist. So I'm pushing on maybe doing an acoustic album this year.
There's a lot of things that we want to do. We want
Yeah.
to do an acoustic album. We want to do a band album.
Yep.
And we want to do a Sunday Shout Out album.
Oh, here's news.
Now, we've talked about this in the past. We've been talking about it for, well, not necessarily a Sunday Shout Out album. We've said that we've wanted to release the shout outs because
on Spotify,
people have been asking.
right?
Yeah,
Not
or
necessarily on,
at
on
least,
a separate
or like some type
album.
of streaming or, available online. We've been talking about this for some time.
No, we have talked about that.
And we have talked about putting them behind maybe a membership wall where people could get them and, not have to pay for them. But they would kind of just be able to download them as we did them.
Kind of have exclusive content.
We're trying to figure out the, I guess the liability, or I don't know what the word is for that.
Yeah, I don't know. Licensing.
Licensing.
Yeah.
That would have to take place. It might have to be a situation where, I don't know. I have ideas.
Yeah.
But I know that people have asked for those for a while. And I should clarify, because I see people say, we really like it the way that it is, a shout out, and just the live acoustic type of thing.
Okay.
So I should clarify that we would probably never do away with that format, entirely. I think what we were more talking about is maybe once a month, or even once a quarter, and maybe that's how it would start off, is once a quarter as a test run, just trying to see what people think of a different, take on the song. And in that case, it would probably be something that we've done before, that, so we would maintain that we already have that Sunday Shout Out version available.
So it wouldn't go away. We wouldn't take that video down in exchange for the new
So, yeah.
one.
So one thing we also, I keep saying one thing, but another thing that we've actually caught flack for in the past, and I hadn't really thought of it, until recently, and I don't know why I hadn't thought of it, but a lot of people like our songs, right? And they playlist them.
Our
versions,
oh, okay.
I see a lot
our
of
cover songs.
Right. I see a lot of people say, the version that you did of such and such, and they might not think everything we do is gold,
right?
But I mean, what is going to be? Not everybody, everything's going to be gold,
right?
But they will say this version of this song is my favorite version that I've ever heard of that song, a lot of times. And I see that our songs go into playlists, right?
Yes.
So one thing that I hadn't considered, and I think that maybe we've talked about briefly,
I know what you're
changing,
talking about. Yes,
is that in changing the format of the shout out just ever so slightly to be just the song.
Yes.
So we've limited it through the years, and anybody that's been with us a long time has noticed the changes. We used to have bumper music in the front. We used to have trailer music in the back.
Go way back. We used to start.
Much like we started the live tonight,
part.
right?
We used to start with me talking. And
even
saying
before that, we would start with, okay, let me start the camera and get in frame.
Yes, we did. Yeah.
Because technology has changed so much.
Yeah.
And it used to be much like tonight, where it started, let me get in frame.
Yep.
Run, then we would say the shout out.
And you'd see us getting out of frame.
And it would take us 30 seconds, 45 seconds, a minute. And then we would talk afterwards. All that to say, I think we're going to make an effort to separate our chats completely from the songs for the people that want to listen to just the songs. That way, and even the dedications and parts like that, we might save that for our chat.
Or in text. We talked about maybe just putting it in the text.
Because I can see where it would be a drag, and I wouldn't want to discourage people from having a playlist. But if you make a playlist of our songs, I have a playlist of our songs, to have to listen to 30 seconds at the end doesn't seem like a lot. But then when it's after every song, a dedication with a shout out, and then in the past we had bumper music at the end, bumper music at the beginning.
No, I feel that.
To take a 5-minute video and maybe only 2.5 or 3 minutes is the actual song.
Right.
So I really feel that, and also since we started, YouTube Music wasn't a thing when we first started.
I know.
But now that there's YouTube Music, if it's just the music, I believe that a lot of that music can be listened to through YouTube Music, and they don't even have to be on YouTube.
So it makes it a little more accessible.
Yeah, because
through YouTube Music. Okay.
Yeah, and if you can watch the shout outs, there's a lot of people that have subscribed to certain songs, and the or playlisted certain songs, and I think that the playlisting has gone up as we've removed like the bumper music and as we've
playlisting
shortened some of
also
that
has it's
chatting.
kind of a new animal for me. Like since Spotify sort of took off on the scene, and then people began making playlists, then playlists were all the thing. I don't even know how to, again, not technologically advanced over here. I'm still the one with the record player and the CD player, so playlisting's not my jam.
So, hi, Forte. That must be Andrea. Hey, Andrea, how are you doing? I thought you had stuff going on tonight, so I didn't expect to see
We got
you.
like a football.
It's good to see you. She says, I like the current album, The Sunday Shoutout, and I agree with Mark about a blooper reel. Everybody keeps saying blooper reels. We might have to do like
we just don't make mistakes, y'all.
It's really hard because like yesterday was down in one take. Last week was one take. Like in the last 5 or 6 shout outs that we did, we try to really keep it authentic.
Like truly, if there's a blooper, Dave puts it in. Like and we don't hold back.
The blooper reel is often like me cussing.
And we're not putting that up. No, we're not gonna put that up. No, so like my mom loves the bloopers so much that truly we don't hold back bloopers. If we have one, we just do it. Now, we could do a compilation. We've gotten rid of a bunch of videos,
I don't
so
save them, unfortunately, because of if anybody wants to like send us a,
if you want to sponsor,
if anybody
like
wants to sponsor a blooper reel, then I'll start saving all the outtakes.
Yeah,
But
we'll do like a compilation. But most of the time, it's just an eye roll or a really, something like that. And it's generally it has to do with a cat or our equipment most of the time.
Yeah, there's probably actually more shout outs in the chat. I mean, more shout outs. There's probably more bloopers in the chats, but they're kept in there anyway.
Yeah.
I remember one recently where the cat like decided to half climb in your lap and stuck you with
claws.
Needles.
Yeah,
and like you were trying to keep a straight face.
It's terrible.
I have to say again, Ashley's pants rock.
Oh, thank you.
Also going back to Clifford, he said that he introduced Fred to our channel.
Oh,
thank
so
you, Clifford.
do know each other.
So
That's
thank
amazing.
you very much for introducing us. I know that Jack and Tina also share our shout outs wide, so thank you guys for sharing that. Yeah. Jack also says, I have about 50 or 60 of your cover acoustic songs on one of my playlists. And Mark has said, do an acoustic cover album. And Jack said, yes, that is a great idea. So
okay,
we've talked about it.
Well, that would cover the licensing. If it was on an album format, then we can cover licensing. It's harder to do if it's streaming, because when you make an album, it's physical, then you kind of pay the licensing fee for that many songs.
Actually, it's easier to just do streaming and not put out an album.
Never mind.
Because so what happens is that now, like, they've in the past couple of years it's changed, so it's okay because I keep up on this stuff because I do not. I have to do a lot of the tech stuff. So
all of it.
Now when you stream only, and I just ran into this with Let Your Love Flow, which is available on Spotify and YouTube, by the way.
Well, we figured out the licensing for that. So
Let Your Love Flow, Studio Version, go check it out. Yeah. The acoustic cover album, though. So when you put out a cover, you on YouTube and Spotify, if you go through like a CD Baby or TuneCore or Digi, whatever it is, they will and a lot of the platforms themselves, like Instagram, they cover that because they track how much is played, and you just have to submit that it is a cover. Okay. And then they'll cover it from there. So you'd really, I'm kicking the cable and hope I'm not making lots of noise.
So does Spotify do the same thing?
So Spotify does the same thing. So basically, but it's not Spotify, it's CD Baby.
I get it.
Or whoever your distributor is.
So like, my question to you guys is, what do you think about Spotify? Are you guys on Spotify? Do you okay, first of all, are you on Spotify? If the answer is yes, follow-up question, are you on the subscribed version of Spotify, or are you on the free version? And the follow-up question to that is, how do you like it? Do you enjoy it? Is that the way that you have access to the majority of your music? Or what is the way that you prefer to consume your music? Do you like to have physical content? Do you like to YouTube your music? Like, if I'm looking up something, it's YouTube 100% of the time if I don't own the physical copy. If I own it, then I want it in the CD player or on the platter on the record player.
Platter.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like the vinyl myself.
Yeah.
For
So what about you
sure.
guys?
So it takes a minute here. So
Yeah,
you're gonna
it's
have to
cool.
wait, like, because
No, I'm impatient. I can't see it.
If people type, then for whatever reason, this is on about a 30-second lag.
Right on.
Like if
Okay.
I had the camera over here, we could read the comments in real time. But
Okay.
that people are gonna have to be frustrated with us answering questions about 30 seconds
Later.
behind.
Well, that's part of us needing like different equipment. So that's where we're at.
I don't know
no,
that
that's where we're
I
at.
think it'll always be like it's always kind of gonna be like that with comments. I think so. Anyhow. I'm not on Spotify. No Spotify.
Okay.
So there's a couple answers. Spotify has 500 million subscribers because it's number one. Yeah, so it's gonna be a mix like we would expect.
Yeah. I'm just wondering how you guys like to consume.
So most
music.
people, if they're here, then we know they can hear it because it's gonna go on YouTube.
On YouTube,
when we distribute, it's gonna go to YouTube.
Yeah.
So like they're gonna be able to get it that way at the very least.
I was just curious. It had nothing to do with what we're doing.
That's fine.
I would just like to know because, for me, being a low tech gal, being a little more analog oriented, I downloaded the app for Spotify just so that I could see more of what we're doing on there. I don't have a playlist. At least I don't think I do. I don't even know what I have on there because anytime I go on there, I have the free version. I go on there and I'm like, hey, look me up this song, and it's like, here's an adjacent song, and that's not what I asked you to do, buddy. So then I just go to YouTube because I get frustrated with Spotify. So that's where I'm at with it.
So they always, Jack and Tina say they use mostly YouTube.
Okay.
All YouTube. Andrea says physical copy or YouTube. Yeah. I'm getting more familiar with Spotify. But you, being an artist, you need to make a playlist on Spotify.
I mean...
And you need to make a playlist on YouTube.
Cool.
And they need our songs in it.
Okay, guys, thanks for hanging out. I've got work to do the day just assigned me.
so, for sure. So I want to know, so I'm going to put Jack on the spot.
All right.
I want to know if he has listened to because I know he's a fan of, he's a big supporter of the way we do covers. Found us through the YouTube series.
Right.
Sunday shout out.
Right.
I want to know if he's listened to Let Your Love Flow yet.
The shout out version or the full band version?
The full band version, the release, the official SugarLimeBlue full band.
Okay, Jack's in the hot seat. Did you listen to the full band?
Or anybody for that matter. I want to know how many people even knew that it was out. And I want you to be honest, if you didn't know it was out, that's our bad.
Well, we need to know.
So let us know if you didn't know that it was out.
How to better serve you. Yeah. Because we're just out here experimenting around trying to figure out what works for you, what works for us, so we can have a really cool shared experience together.
For sure.
With music, yeah.
Mark wants to know what I'm wearing on my feet. He must have got a glimpse when I put my foot up.
Yeah, you better show him.
Snazzy shoes.
Pop one of them off.
Snazzy shoes. Bang! Look at that bad boy.
You gotta shimmer it. I gotta keep moving my pants because they're shiny.
I had to match her shine a little bit.
Little shine,
honestly, it's just so cold here in Tennessee that
he needed some
I had just got these shoes and they were sitting in the floor, and I wore them for the shout out yesterday
whenever we did it.
I said I'm going upstairs and I don't want cold feet.
Yeah.
Why not feel glitzy?
Yeah.
A boy has got to wear some glitz sometimes.
No, they're great. They're fantastic shoes.
These seats, however, though, if we're going to do the chats in these seats, that's going to have to change. I can sit in them for 5 minutes. Is it because I'm twisting? No, I can sit in them for 5 minutes while we play.
Yeah.
And but for sitting in them for a chat, I get antsy. I'm already starting to move around.
Well, I've been twisting because I can see the shine of my pants when I twist, and I enjoy it. I also like the tactile bit of spinning around in my chair, so I like it. Spinny chairs are good.
Andrea says she did listen to it on Spotify. I only knew it was out because we mentioned it to her.
All right.
Jack said he has not listened to it yet.
Okay.
He might. Did you know it was out though, Jack? I bet.
Yeah.
I bet he did not.
I bet he didn't.
We did not do a very good job releasing it, and that was one of the things we were lamenting a little bit earlier.
Yeah.
And to be fair, it's like a learning process because we have to be artists and we have to be a record label, and that's exhausting.
Well, it's
But
more than that. So we have to be the
I learned.
artist. We have to be the record label. We have to be like you wear all of the hats. You have to be the gear toter, inner and outer, the set up, the PA person, and we're chicken farmers and cat parents.
Yeah,
So
that's a
and
lot.
not to
Well,
mention like
you're the chicken farmer and cat parent, so I'm doing all the other stuff all the time.
you do the things too. I
I
didn't.
just built a chicken
I
coop.
certainly didn't build that chicken coop and run by myself. So
It's a
yeah,
glorious chicken coop.
yeah, it is fantastic.
We've had people starting to move into it. Kick out the chickens and
Yeah.
move in.
Yeah, no, they'd have to live with the chickens, but it is a good coop for sure.
Mark said snappy loafers. I appreciate
Yeah,
that.
they are snappy.
They are
Yeah.
snappy.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's hilarious. I do wish that we had done better. You know that of all the things we did great in 2025, I do wish we had done that a little better. You know,
It's hard to know. Like, we didn't
well,
want to wait till the end of the year, and we didn't. We had other things going on with our trip out to the Southwest. That was like a block of 14 days that we
and it
really
got
couldn't
delayed.
be on.
It got delayed, and then the distributor took their sweet time, so we ended up
Yes.
having to push it back like a couple weeks because of that.
Mm-hmm.
And then we did the learning curve.
It was
You
the
know, the learning
holidays.
curve was that. So we thought our whole promotional plan went out the window.
It
And
did.
just to go do that really quick was the whole independent music promotion plan now for you guys that may or may not know is short form video,
Yep.
which YouTube Shorts,
Yep.
Instagram Reels, Facebook
TikToks.
Reels, TikTok, and the
30 seconds or so.
30 seconds. So it would be basically our promotional idea was to flood the zone with Let Your Love Flow
Yep.
and short form video.
Yep.
And then also maybe make a full form video for YouTube, you know, out of the clips and snippets and the short form of everything else. What we did not realize until we had already gone through the motions was that because it's a cover song and it's not on an album with originals, it doesn't get distributed to Instagram or Facebook Reels or YouTube Shorts. So, in order to do any of those things, we would have had to fly the music in, and by that I mean add it ourselves. Like when you do a reel, you can choose from a list of songs.
Mm-hmm.
And right now, like, so if you guys do Instagram Reels or whatever, make sure you use our music, by the way.
Yeah, please.
But also,
even if you turn it down in the background.
which we'll come back to that because we had a banner year in that regard too. But what happened was it never got distributed, so we would have had to fly it in on the videos, which one makes more work, but that's not the problem. Like we can do all that in post with our software, and we could have added it to all the reels and all the videos. However, the licensing is no longer covered because it's not provided by those companies. So that means we would have opened ourselves up to
pain.
Yes, we would have been opened up to copyright things, all sorts of issues. I think that our cat is at the window.
Oh my gosh.
We have a rooftop.
Probably is. Oh my gosh.
we have a crazy cat.
Oh my gosh.
And we hear squeaking little paws. And we have a second story window. We're in the second story right now, and we have cats that like to come on our roof.
They are on the roof the majority of the time. If I go outside and I call for them, I see a little head pop over the gutter at me. I'm like, hey. I bet it's Boots.
So, stop winning. You guys rock.
That's got to be Mark.
I don't have Spotify. Mark is also asking when our next theater show is. Well, you know, we have a couple in the. You better go check on Boots. He's going to keep squeaking until you let him through the window.
Excuse me. I'm going to go check our window. Oh my gosh.
This is too funny. Well, let's take bets if there's a cat at the window or is it a demigorgon?
No.
There is a cat at our window, squeaking to get in. He wanted to be part of the shout out so bad. Part of the discussion. So we don't have any theater shows lined up right now, but we are talking about, we have a couple that we've worked with, and we are, we fully anticipate having some theater shows by the end of the year. We're looking at a local one. We're looking at a couple people we've worked with in the past. We're in talks to bring the band back to Joliet to the museum, which is a rooftop. It's not quite a theater show, but it might as well be with the amount of people that are there. Also, we've been talking with Third and Lindsley to go back there. We've been, that's like a, I don't know if you consider that a theater per se. Did you rescue a cat from the rooftop? Oh my goodness. So you left me alone.
I'm sorry. Let me get back around.
Unbelievable. Boots,
He was scared to come in.
he doesn't even have a cowboy hat. How can he be
I
allowed?
know. Wait, I've got one. I've got one for him somewhere. I don't know where it is.
How can you even be allowed in this chat?
Sir.
Through
Sir.
the
Okay,
roof.
so this is Boots.
So, anyhow, I guess we're kind of winding down. Unless you guys got any questions for us, we should leave a few minutes for questions, and or if you guys have recommendations, and if you're watching this chat later on, of course, leave them in the comments.
Yeah.
One thing I would
I don't
like
know how
to
that
say,
works.
you can comment on
Okay.
it later.
All right.
So one thing I would like to say is
Thank you.
thank you for coming tonight. We, we're gonna keep doing it. We're gonna keep doing it and see how it works. We like talking with people. We like
We do.
hanging out. We like doing the things.
We love music and
we
music
love
adjacent
music.
things. So
Yeah, we're definitely gonna get more involved about the talk about the actual songs and the history of the songs, like we do in our Saturday chats.
Yeah.
But on Sunday night, maybe on Monday, because
Maybe.
as we talked to a couple people, we did become aware that Sunday night football is a big thing.
yeah, but Monday Night Football is a thing too.
Yeah.
Maybe after Monday Night Football, if there's a Monday game,
That's late.
or before Monday
I
Night
don't know.
Football.
Let us know what a good time is. But
Yeah, we
also,
don't know.
we were talking about shows. All the things we talked about tonight. You guys have recommendations for us? Leave them in the comments.
Yeah.
For sure.
If you
or
got a
in the
place for us
chat.
to play out next to you,
That's what I was gonna say.
let's go.
Place to play. They've changed a lot. So even if you've told us in the past, tell us again, because a lot of those places have closed. Things have changed around. There's a lot of different things going on, and I wanted to give a special shout out to Mark for hanging out with us tonight too, and mention that he's going to be opening some shows for us this
He
year.
is,
And
yeah.
if you haven't listened to him, Mark Johnson on YouTube is a good place to start. And also, we're going to be maybe we'll keep it a secret for now. But let's see. Shout out to Wolfgang Ricky just joining us. Sorry, I was watching another live and didn't realize that we were on
nice.
yet.
No, glad you got to hop on.
Boots has arrived. Don't leave us.
Yeah, he's a mess.
Oh, Monday Night Football is officially done for the season.
Okay, so maybe we could
Does that
do
mean Sunday Night Football is done for the season? It must be, right?
No.
Super Bowl just coming up.
I have no idea. I don't football.
So we could probably start with the Sunday night.
Go?
He probably wants to go squeak at the window to go back out through the window since he came in through the window. He's like a Beatles song. I came in through the shout out window.
This man. this cat man.
Too funny. Too funny. Well, you guys got anything else you want us to talk about? We've talked about what's in the future. We've talked about what's in the past. We've talked about the current. I do wish to know, though, go check out, you guys have homework assignments. Go check out today's
I have homework too.
Today's shout out yesterday and leave a comment. And I want to know what you thought of the camera angles, if you like them or not.
Yeah.
Check out Let Your Love Flow, especially Jack. I'm looking at you. He's the classic rock aficionado,
Aficionado.
Dang, what is with me in words tonight?
It's just how it is sometimes.
You
You did good. No, you did good. I got you. I got you. I'm picking up what
You got me,
down.
boo?
I do.
You got me, boo? Paul McCartney, if you haven't listened to our chat, we talked about today.
No, he's here.
Boots is back.
Oh.
We talked about
Would you
our cover yesterday. We talked about how. Let's just briefly talk about that because I thought it was very interesting. So if people didn't listen to the whole chat, but they're here tonight.
Yeah.
Almost didn't get released as a Beatles song. Can you believe that?
Yeah.
2,000.
I can though. It was just Paul.
2,200 cover versions and counting. At least that many.
And then we did one.
And official cover versions releases of YouTube of yesterday. Almost didn't get released as a Beatles song. It was questioned that between Brian Epstein and George Martin, producer and manager, maybe we should release this as a Paul McCartney single.
Right.
And they said, no, we don't want to break up the Beatles.
Yeah. So I did have a question about that I didn't even ask in the chat. Had Paul McCartney done any singles up to that point?
No.
So they were proposing a different project, even in the question.
Yeah, even in the question, they were saying like, okay, maybe should we have a solo artist? You know, it would almost be like in the Eagles' heyday, Don Henley releasing "Dirty Laundry."
Right.
You know, like
right.
Like, oh, what?
Right.
I think that they thought maybe for the day it would have been provocative. Is that the right word?
Maybe, but I think
maybe.
I think it would have sparked the question: is there something wrong within the Beatles that Paul is doing something on his own? I think it would have started that line of questioning.
It would have.
Yeah.
You know.
And that could have led to the breakup of the Beatles. And I think they made a wise decision, just letting things sort of pan out a little more naturally.
You guys Beatles fans? I know that some people say I don't like the Beatles, and if you're in that camp, I hear you, but you're wrong. Yeah.
I would question why.
Fighting.
I would question why, because like the Beatles, I feel like they span so much territory and they broke so much ground. I feel like they didn't adhere to a specific genre, which I love. That's what we do. I feel like that they delved into love ballads like nobody else could at the time. I feel like they went down like the Daydreamers road for lyrical content. I feel like they just really kind of
went down the LSD road. They went down the marijuana road.
I mean,
they went down.
I guess maybe
they
that's
went down
why
the
you
teenage
support.
love road. They went down the unrequited love.
Yeah.
They went down the psychedelic.
All
they went
the things.
down.
They really covered so much ground. Like I don't understand. Like you got to be able to find at least one Beatles song that you enjoy.
I was thinking about this the other day. Like they pioneered so many genres and they pioneered so many things. Like George Harrison pioneered like psychedelic guitar playing in a lot of ways.
Right.
You know.
So I will say this though. Okay, maybe.
And
maybe
world influence into pop.
Yeah.
Into pop.
True. No, I'm with you on this. But I will give grace to if somebody met the Beatles music at a really dark time in their lives and they equate the Beatles music with that dark time, then I could get behind. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, I don't know.
What y'all got?
Yep. So let's see. Jack said, "When you know your Western schedule." I don't know if you guys can hear me when I turn away. So when you know your Western schedule and you're in Yellowstone, please let us know. We're doing a Western U.S. vacation from July to the end of September.
Nice.
That may be around the time we're there,
okay.
although we're looking at going in June, but I think it's going to be pushed back.
Okay.
We'll have to see.
All right. We'll let you know as soon as we know.
So, yeah. So while we're on the subject of Paul McCartney, nobody spoke up and said they didn't like the Beatles. I'm glad for that.
We have a lag, though.
Oh, we do have a lag.
They still have time.
Also, what's your favorite Beatles song? What's your favorite Beatles song?
Oh. Well, I very much enjoy Yesterday because it's front and center in my mind.
Right.
Obviously.
As of today.
But no. When we decided to do it, it's kind of like I have a closer relationship with that song than with a lot of others because we've done it very recently. I really enjoy Help, though.
Help! Mm-hmm. I need somebody.
Yeah.
Really?
I really love that
Mid-era
song.
Beatles.
I really love it. I feel like I feel like it's so hard for humans to ask for help, to admit they need help, and then ask for help, that there's a song around one of the hardest things for humans to do. I think it's just beautiful.
I love this perspective. And it's also very new to me. See, I love these chats because we often talk about things that we wouldn't just sit around and talk about. Although we do have a lot of interesting conversations. And they're a lot different when there's like a focal point and it's kind of, wow, help.
Yeah.
I would have never guessed this.
Okay. What would you have guessed?
What would I guessed for you for
for
favorite
me.
song? Oh my! I would have said maybe A Little Help from My Friends.
I mean, it's still kind of the same
What
sentiment.
would you do if I sang out of tune?
I
Yeah.
mean,
Of
it's
course, that's Ringo though. So
it's still kind of the same sentiment there,
I would have
though.
went with that, or maybe a whimsical one like Norwegian Wood.
Okay, all right.
Do you know Norwegian Wood
I
off
think
the top of your
so.
head?
Yeah, not off the top of my head,
I
but I
once had a
yes,
girl,
no, I
or
do like
should
that.
I say?
I actually really love the melody of that song.
Yeah,
I feel like it's kind of it gives almost like you're rocking on a boat. It's so nice.
yeah,
Yeah, that's very pleasant.
yeah.
Yeah, in the way that yesterday is pleasant melodically. Yeah, but what about you? What
So
for you?
for me, ready?
Yeah. Does it help?
No,
So surprised.
it's something.
Something?
Something in the way.
Oh, that is
I
such a
think it's
good
the
song.
I'm gonna go on record. This may be controversial to some people because it's a bold statement. The greatest love song ever written,
Okay.
and I don't even think it's close. Anybody could say,
Okay.
if anybody posts anything and says, "No, this is the greatest love
Okay.
song ever written,"
You're just gonna have to differ
I'm
in
just gonna have to
opinion.
You're just gonna
Yeah.
have to be
Wrong.
wrong again.
What y'all got over
We're
here?
not. Well, let's see. Let's catch up. We got some
Okay.
stuff. You guys are fun. Let's
Oh,
see.
thank you.
This is wonderful. Live chat is perfect. Dave, we are not wrong. Just are different. Are you trying to? Are you trying to say you didn't like the Beatles?
Or maybe
No,
just
it's
not.
saying he didn't.
Yeah.
I think he's trying to tell me he didn't like the Beatles. Oh my gosh, Jack, if you said okay. Wolfgang Ricky says favorite song Yellow Submarine or Sugar
Oh,
Lime Blue didn't come together.
when our daughter
Oh,
was
now
little.
Jack, something I didn't even read
Some-
that. All right, we can agree on this
Nice!
one. We
Y'all
can
got
agree
it.
on it. We
So
can agree
when our
on it.
daughter was little, she sang her teacher, her first grade teacher. She was fantastic. She would play music,
Oh,
usually Beatles
Tina has a
music,
great one too.
while they were doing their desk work. So they could stand and dance or whatever as long as they were working. And Victoria came home singing Yellow Submarine. We've always called
Yellow
it Yellow Submarine. Yeah.
Yellow Submarine.
So the name of the song for our family, our vernacular shifted into Yellow Submarine. So you guys can put that in your hat.
So, Tina's favorite Beatles song, "In My Life." I love this song.
Okay.
I've wanted to do it for quite some time.
Do me a
as
little hum of
shout-out.
it.
There are places I remember.
Yes, good song.
Yeah.
Very good song.
I'm doing more
Yeah.
singing tonight than you. What's going on here?
Yeah, no, it's great. Well, so like, my relationship with music is very different and very, has been, I'll say, steered by Dave a lot. So I didn't have a lot of access. I guess I could say that's not exactly the right word. I wasn't exposed. To a lot of music um, when I was younger, and that's no shade, no anything. It was I came up in a very loving home with very loving people, and we didn't have a vast array of music. And when I got to choose my own music, it was the oldest oldies I could get, or country, or grunge. So I had a very limited palette, although I will say, like, my first 3 CDs, you guys have heard me say this, I'm sure. Bob Marley and the Wailers.
Metallica.
Enya and Metallica. So that was, but, I mean, that's where I was. And when I met Dave, it became Led Zeppelin, the Beatles,
Alice in Chains.
Well, I had a little Alice in Chains. But it was Fleetwood Mac and just like this.
Santana.
Yes, Santana. Like, it was just like this whole world of music opened up, and it wasn't just whatever the pop hits on the radio were that my friends were listening to, or the oldest oldies that I really, really adore still. So my relationship with the Beatles, all that to say this, is more, I'm listening to it. I'm not holding, I haven't like laid on my bed and read all the liner notes kind of a thing. I haven't, I've created a relationship with the songs, but not with the titles. It's such a vast catalog, and I didn't come into it as it was being made. I came to it kind of post everybody else. So I felt like I was behind the ball. So I've consumed the Beatles, but not in the way that I know all of the titles, and a lot of the times I feel like they do not tie the titles to their song lyrics at all.
Yeah, I can't think of one that is that weird, but maybe you can help me out.
I'm gonna have to go look at titles and listen to songs to do that.
Maybe they
But
just don't ring a bell because they don't
doesn't
have.
hit me to
Yeah,
where I
maybe.
can remember it.
I mean, I
Yeah,
grew up with the Beatles, so like, and I mean, I grew up with the
I
Beatles,
understand.
but like,
Your mom's a big fan of
I
the
grew up with the
Beatles.
Beatles, but like 10, 15 years after they were a thing,
Yeah.
So it was like,
But when you
I've
have
always loved them.
when
Like,
you have a fan of the Beatles in your home, you're exposed to
so
them.
in the '80s when CDs were coming out, and they were new, hip new stuff. I had about 25 CDs, and 12 of them were Beatles CDs. Like I had
Okay.
their catalog
Yeah.
CDs, plus I had their 2 CDs of singles, plus another, you know, that's about like over half of them were Beatles, song, and I would listen to them regularly. There's not a Beatles song that I haven't heard. There's not a Beatles song probably that I couldn't sing along with.
Okay.
If put on, even when put on the spot, I'd be even tonight as you named them. I was able to tell you which, and I haven't had connection with a lot of those songs in years.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
they are very much ingrained in me and probably a part of my songwriting and who I am as a person. I feel bad for people now and in the past that haven't had. You've experienced a connection with music throughout your life.
Yeah, for sure.
People that don't have the same connections or opportunities, because I think that music informs the person that we become in a lot of ways. I think it's a way to introspect and open your eyes and see the world in a different way, and a lot of times in a more beautiful and poetic way
Okay. Yeah.
than you would see it otherwise just walking through the world.
Yeah. I think also, and part of what I try to infuse our music with is representation.
Yeah.
So I think that's why a lot of those songs that have a lot of melancholy, or they lean more toward the sad side of things. Why people gravitate to them so much is because we have not just happy moments, we have sad moments, and we have hard things that we have to walk through. And so I think it's important to have those songs on hand for when you're feeling that way, not because you want to feel that way more, but because it helps you feel like you're not alone.
Yeah.
So music really makes you feel not alone.
It really does. It's like, I think that, in some of you had a really good point, because a lot of the times in my life, especially in my younger years, when I did feel alone,
Angsty Dave.
you feel like people don't understand you.
Yeah.
It's like I consume so much music.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it really, like, it did inform who I am today.
Yeah.
So, not for any reason, but I think that, everybody just goes through those types of phases.
Absolutely. Well, I mean, there is no mountain without a valley kind of a thing. Emotionally, it's the same.
So peace out to Clifford Earl. See you take off. And
Clifford,
thanks for stopping by. Thank you
here.
again for introducing
a friend to
your
us.
friend
Yeah.
Frank to us.
Yeah.
Hopefully,
Fred, right?
Fred.
Yeah.
Fred or Frank.
Oh, and here's Janet.
We're having
Hi,
a
Janet.
whole cat party as we're getting ready to check out. We're getting ready to sign off. We've been on live for over an hour now.
Hey, all right.
Time went by.
We did the
pretty
thing.
fast. So if you missed the beginning, you can loop back around when we're done and check it out. We appreciate you guys being here tonight.
Absolutely, always.
For our first
always.
live stream of 2026. If you're joining the chat late, we're going to try to do this. I think we'll try to go again next Sunday. Maybe skip the chat on Saturday. What do you think?
Let's see. Let's see how it goes.
Well, it'd be nice if they could know to tune in.
Maybe on Monday, like we said. Maybe not Sunday, to not fool with the algorithm.
Okay.
We're deciding right here on the spot.
I think we should go. I think we should try Sunday for a couple weeks, personally.
Do you?
Yeah.
Doesn't that mess with the algorithm though?
I don't think it does. Like I don't think a live and a video mess with each other.
But when it goes up, won't it?
I don't think so.
Okay. I don't know. We'll see what it does with the algorithm then, and see. We'll see you Sunday or Monday.
Clifford says, I love when you cover songs from the 50s, 60s, and 70s.
Yeah.
There are a lot of our favorites, see.
Yeah, for sure.
Make sure you drop a song to cover. Drop a song in there. Music Mondays. So, yeah, maybe Mondays. Maybe we got to go to Mondays.
I mean, we could add a little light to the Monday.
We've tried a Music Monday in the past. It was a little different.
We did like a Monday Minute.
We've tried a Monday Minute. We've tried things on Mondays. Well, yeah, maybe Monday nights. Maybe we'll try next Monday. Let's do it. Let's set it right now.
Next Monday.
Next Monday at 7 p.m. Central
time.
Which makes it 8 Eastern.
Don't even go there.
8 Eastern. And that would make it 6 Mountain, 5 Pacific.
I don't know, unless you're in Arizona, because they don't do the time shift. I don't even know Arizona. You're a standout there.
See you on the road, Jack. That's what he says. And thank you guys for hanging out. Not thanks us. We're just here.
Yeah, thank you.
We're just here doing our normal. So
yeah, you're just with us, and
it's
we're
been-
sparklier.
it's
We're
been a lot of
sparklier than
fun.
normal.
It's been a lot of fun showing off our Southwest
New
inspired.
hats.
Oh, Cosmic Cowgirl.
Cosmic Cowgirl.
That's one thing we didn't talk about. We'll have to save that for the next chat.
time.
If you guys want to know the
origin
story of Cosmic Cowgirl, the Cosmic Cowgirl, Ashley Beth, maybe one of these future chats will do it. And that's it for us, I guess.
Hey, thank
you guys again.
We'll see you next time.
You have to watch me walk towards the camera to shut this thing off.
What? Don't trip on the cats. There's many of them.
It's dangerous.
Danger.